everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing a twin flame channeled message for the collective. I started out this video wanting to do 3 piles in one video, and I don't know what I was thinking because I am a medium, so I channel most of my message. Okay, for those of you who are new here, let me introduce myself. I am Elif. I'm a no tools medium, which means I channel most of my message. Spirit has me bring through messages for you, for the collective, and they have me channel most of the message. Nothing that I am saying, well, all of the message really, nothing that I am saying in my readings on my personal opinion or anything that I feel you need to hear. It is all channeled. So what that means is that Spirit wants me to say certain things and bring through certain messages, so I can't keep it to a particular time. I've got to go with what flows in the reading. And so I started off recording them together. Didn't work. I couldn't even post it. The video was too long. And I had to delete that and restart. So now I've separated them. But I have done 3 piles for the Twin Flame Collective. And I want you to tap into your intuition. Okay, for those of you who have been led here by your guides, I know that it is a very conscious, spiritually awakened collective. Okay, you are on a twin flame journey. Allow yourself to trust your intuition. Take a few deep breaths, settle into your intuition, ask your guides and keepers to guide you. I want you to allow yourself to choose between the number 1, 2, or 3, because I'm doing 3 piles. Okay, the 3 readings are posted individually, but I will put the links to the other 2 videos in the description box below. Once you've settled into your intuition, the number will push up from your center. That is your reading. Okay, we are taking a look into your person's energy right now. What is happening with them? What is at their core right now? Now, energies change all the time. I'm not saying this is who this person is throughout their life. I'm letting you know what their energy is right now. Their feelings about themselves. And this is important because in a twin flame dynamic, we tend to take our divine counterparts' behavior and actions very personally. Because logically, they're treating you in a particular way. They've cut you out. They've left you for somebody else. They've blocked you. They've rejected you. They've said hurtful things to you. What Spirit wants you to know is that their actions, you are symbolic of the divine feminine or masculine within, depending on which energy you represent in the twin flame dynamic. That is the part of themselves that they are wrestling with, and therefore it shows up as them wrestling with you in the 3D. That is the part of themselves that they are struggling to accept, that they are afraid of, that they are running from. There is healing that needs to be done. There deep healing that needs to take place. There you are symbolic of that. And so you trigger them in that particular area of their lives on a very deep level. They've avoided that part of themselves for most of their lives. It is natural, it is instinctive for them to try and avoid it, even though intuitively they know they've got to face it and address it. So what they are doing to you and how they are showing up with you or treating you is based on how they feel about themselves. And so we take a look at their feelings about themselves and then feelings regarding you. Okay, so we're going to get into your message. I think I've said everything that I need to say. Pile 3 for the Twin Flame Collective. Let's take a look at your person. Your person, you met them not so long ago. This is not someone you've been dealing with for years, okay? But you met this person when they were already in their process of going through their death and rebirth cycles. Your person doesn't only have one, they keep having these death. They resisted, then they have to accept and surrender to death, then they have rebirths. That's the cycle they are going through. You met them in the cycle, so you met them in a bit of a messy phase. Dark night of the soul, lots of wrestling, lots of transformation, okay? Having to divorce aspects of themselves, belief systems and situations that they've locked themselves and tied themselves into over long periods of time that they are needing to come out of, okay? And you met them in this messy process. So that is at the heart of your person's energy and who they are and what you've seen about them, okay? This is an intuitive person, but there's a lot about themselves that they hide because they fear it. They know that they are spiritually connected and that they have a very strong spiritual calling. But because they resist embracing many aspects of who they are, they very possibly have tried to fit into a traditional box of what they should be, and that hasn't worked. They're struggling to embrace who they are because they feel it is so far-fetched in comparison to what they've been taught they should be by society and traditionally by their family. You are dealing with somebody that is at the heart of the matter. They are dealing with healing their bloodline. This is someone that is dealing with deep family issues and trauma. This is someone that is dealing with trying to heal their chakras, trying to balance their chakras, resisting making peace with these different aspects of who they are that various family members symbolize. So they have very possibly have a distorted inner man, masculine, because of a traumatic and toxic relationship, belief system, and philosophy around their relationship with their father. Very, very possibly struggling with trusting women because they could be holding their mother responsible for the pain that the father has caused them. This is somebody that still relies a lot on other people's opinion, even though they say they don't. They listen to what other people say and how other people respond to them, and it affects their confidence to do certain things. They want to be accepted and embraced and loved by their family deep down, and they say that they don't, and they believe that they don't, and they believe their lies that they tell themselves because they are not willing to accept the part of themselves that is symbolic of those family members that they wrestle with. So there is a struggle with acceptance here. This person is having to heal the bloodline and their childhood trauma and trauma around family. There is root work that is needed to be done here with this person. They could still be in a marriage, and your person could still be wanting to honor or be that honorable person in this dynamic that they have learned to believe makes for a good human being. So they're struggling to let go of that dogma and, those old paradigms. Let's take a look at how your person feels about themselves currently. Pile 3. That one jumped out, wanting to talk. Your person feels that they desperately need to get their ducks in a row. They believe that their perspective on certain things need to be reevaluated. And they feel that they need to be alone in order to do this. Your person feels that they've been through too much. They feel like their fight's never going to end. They feel like everything is just a mess no matter what they do. It's one disaster and one collapse after the other. This person's ego is very, very much at the forefront still, and so the ego feels pain based on these life deaths rebirth cycles that is happening, and so they feel exhausted and they feel in pain by it because of their ego. If they were to settle into the part of themselves that is source, they would know and understand that this is just a process and that it's good and that they don't have to take the weight of it. They can just let it be, let it fall where it needs to. They feel like they have to make what they do have in their lives perfect or right. They feel like they don't have the choice to do that. They don't have a choice, because if they want to be deserving of happiness, then they need to make everybody happy where they're going to lead them so they can move to something new. You see what I mean? They have these old-fashioned, distorted belief systems about themselves, and that is what holds them back. They believe that they deserve the discomfort that they are feeling. They believe that what they are experiencing is what they deserve. And this person feels intense emotion no matter where they look. They feel emotionally overwhelmed, and that's why they just switch off. They feel every step, it's as every step they take forward, it's as if they're walking on coals, flaming coals. Everything they've got, every chapter they close, they feel as though they're experiencing a death. Every up, they feel as though their limbs are being torn from them. Everything they are experiencing it to the extreme. And this is only because of the way that they choose to look at things. It's their perspective of things. That's what it is. It's causing them a lot of pain. They feel that they've allowed themselves to be too vulnerable and to give too much. And the sad thing is that other people and you don't see it that way. And that's why they pull back. They feel like they allow themselves to be too open, too raw, too vulnerable, and that's why they get hurt. This person is feeling very sorry for themselves at the moment. Thank you, Spirit. Please tell me what Pile 3's person is feeling about them. We're going to take a look at your person's feelings towards you at this moment in time. Your person feels that you are the one that came into their lives to punish them for all the horrible things they've done. Because since you've come into their lives, everything's been more painful for them. What this means is that, what I mean by that is, where they would normally do what they do, they wouldn't feel it as much because it didn't mean that much to them that they were not at. So now you came into their lives and they want to be with you. But they can't fully be with you because they're still taking care of family and home and whatever it is that they feel they need to take care of. They're still trying to get to where they want to be. So they're not ready to be with you fully, you know. And at the same time, they can't be with you until they've done what they need to do. And this is tearing them. This is what I mean. This is what's making it painful. You know, when you know you've got a job to do, and you've got nothing else and nowhere else you want to be. The job is sucky, but you don't have anywhere else you'd like to be. So being there for 6 months is okay. But now when you have this grubby, sucky job to do for 6 months, and you would really like to be lying on the beach, but you can't, then you can resent the beach. And you can resent everybody else that gets to lie on the beach. Your person envies you. They feel like you are so free to trust your intuition, to just go with whatever you feel you want to do, and you always land on your feet. And you will always land on your feet. They don't get to do that. They wish that they could just do that, come towards you, and everything will be okay. But their belief tells them that until they've done what they need to do where they are, they can't. They won't land on their feet if they don't first do the hard work there and do what they need to do and set things straight and then come. They also feel as though you have a tendency to have things your way, and that you were trying to be controlling and manipulative in the situation with them, where you saw that, and that would make sense. You probably thought to yourself, why are you making things so difficult? If you know that why don't you just allow yourself to progress and move forward? You don't have to stay there sitting in the mud and punishing yourself to feel that you are worthy until everybody's happy and saying, okay, you've punished yourself enough, now you can move on. So it didn't make sense to you why this person was choosing to do things the hard way. And they thought you were wanting to manipulate the situation because you wanted it in your way. They also feel like a lot of what you were expressing towards them, you were probably not sincere about, because they don't believe that someone like you could really have fallen in love with them so quickly, could really have felt so deeply so quickly. They felt that you were just playing with them, trying to lead them on. And at the same time, this person feels like the only time they can remember being happy is with you, and that you are their healing, and that you are their wish fulfillment, and you are everything that they've ever wanted. But they can't come towards you. It's as if they believe that if I don't fix where I am, and my hands are bleeding, and I've put everything back together that has been broken, then I'm worthy to come towards her, and then she'll turn into this princess at the ball, right? And we'll live happily ever after. Or she'll choose me. And if I don't do that and I go towards it too quickly, then I will realize that the princess turns into an old hag that was just bewitching me, you know? So this is that belief system. it is a feeling of a deep sense of not being worthy, not being able to trust things that come too easily, because they don't feel that life can be simple, and they don't feel that they could be so lucky, that they are deserving of that, that you could, someone like you could actually just love them the way they are. They tell themselves things don't happen like that. I'd like to believe that they do, but they don't just happen like that. Okay, pile 3, that is how your person feels about you. And that is what is keeping them from, that is the blockage for them. Okay. They are going through, yeah, there the death card pops out again. Spirit wants me to mention again that they are going to continue going through these death rebirth cycles. There's a lot that they are, a lot of very, very deeply rooted beliefs and concepts and behavioral patterns that they are having to break away from. This person has, this whole experience has caused them to embark on a spiritual journey in which they've surrendered. And every day they surrender a little bit more. They're not clear on where this is going to take them. They don't dare to allow themselves to think that far, but they've surrendered. This person is going to take a leap of faith towards you. They know who you are. And justice will be restored in this connection. Okay, pile 3, that is your message. I trust that it serves your highest good and that it's answered so many of your questions. If you would like to contact me for a personal reading, because you'd like to take a closer look into your personal situation and to see if perhaps it would benefit you and your counterpart to get a customized energy healing that you can then tap into, and to be taught how to do that, then you can contact me for that too. Okay, because we do mirror one another, and often our divine counterparts' blockages are ours. We just see them a lot clearer in their dynamic, and sometimes they are present in us in a different way, in a way that we are not able to see. So us tapping into that healing helps us to break through those self-imposed bondages, and them too. It helps the collective, and it helps us to move forward and to break ourselves, set ourselves free, and to move closer to divine love. Okay, thank you so much for allowing me to channel, tap into your energy, and to share this message with you, beloved. I trust that it serves your greater good, and I hope to see you or have you here again soon. Love and light.